Well, the bloodletting is not over, especially for Microsoft right now. And if you happen to work with Xbox, well, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to be looking for other forms of employment. Why? Because Microsoft just laid off a few days ago 650 Xbox employees, mostly from the Activision Blizzard side. But I got to tell you, it ain't looking good. Let's talk about it on That Game Plays. Hi, friends, it's me, CC, here for That Game Place, and I've got to tell you, we got one of the best with us. It's Loki from Loki's Mornings of Mischief. How you doing, Loki?
I'm doing great. I've been keeping warm on the fire that has been Microsoft lately, getting my hands warm. The trash fire's burning. And who could have predicted this, that they'd be firing people after the Activision Blizzard merger?
Well, I
Hmm.
think even the federal government was actually predicting this. They made promises that they didn't keep. Microsoft lays off 650 more, Loki, more employees, and they are no longer there. And I don't know how many more are going to go. This is another round of layoffs. This is just a few months after Microsoft laid off 1,900 Activision Blizzard and Xbox employees. This is wild, dude. Look, count. That's a lot. Doing the math there. That's a lot of people, man. That's 2,550 people. Am I doing the math right there, Loki? I think so.
You are there. When the Xbox 360 launched, there was less than that working for Xbox at the time. Think about that. Think of how long ago that was. When the 360 launched, they had less than 2,500 people working for them. That's insane.
Yeah, and you consider that when they let those other 1,900 people go, the Redfall developer Arcane Austin just went away as well. In fact, a lot of things seem to be going away at Microsoft. Xbox chief Phil Spencer announced the layoffs to employees in an internal memo just a couple days ago, right? No, actually, yeah, just a couple days ago. And look, that particular thing was leaked to lots of places. Not really leaked, but shown to them. Like The Verge, which is where we're getting this article from. But the cuts are related to the Activision Blizzard deal, and Spencer makes it clear in his email that no games, devices, or experiences are being canceled. Well, Loki, how do you feel about that? You feel better? You know, people lost their jobs, but nothing's getting canceled.
They said none of this was going to happen. Obviously, it's happening. You can't trust these guys. Phil Spencer isn't even really in charge of Xbox anymore. If you know, you know. But all of this was they swore up and down they weren't going to do stuff like this, and they turn around and do something like this. You just can't trust these big corporations that are in charge of these consoles anymore.
I agree with you. And look, the other upside, come on, Loki, get excited. No studios are being closed. Okay? See all this. There's a silver lining in the clouds. Look, it went on to say, as part of our aligning our post-acquisition team structure and managing our own business, we've made the decision to eliminate approximately 650 roles across Microsoft Gaming, mostly corporate and supporting functions, to organize our business for long-term success. Microsoft completed the $68.7 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard in October, following months of battles with regulators in the UK and the US. And here's Phil Spencer's full memo in full, which I don't care. I want to read this part, though. I know that it's difficult news to hear. Loki, it's difficult to hear. We're deeply grateful for the contributions of our colleagues who are learning they are impacted. In the U.S., we're supporting them with exit packages. That's nice. That includes severance, extended health care, and outplacement services to help with their transition. Outside the U.S., packages will differ according to location. Yeah, what you're required to do. So, yeah, throughout our team's history, Loki, we have had great moments, and we have had challenging ones. Today is one of the challenging days. Thanks, Phil. I think they knew that. I know that going through more changes like this is hard. Wait, there's more?
Oh, there's more to come.
Way to tip the hat there, Phil. Yeah, but even in the most trying times, this team is able to come together. It's a team, Loki. It's a team, and show one another care and kindness as we work to continue developing our players. All right, just for fun, this is one sentence. uh, we appreciate, we appreciate your support as we navigate these changes, and we thank you for your compassion and respect for each other. Yeah, so don't point the fingers and, at your exiting employees and make fun of them. Yeah, I don't think anybody would do that. This guy, I got to tell you, Loki, this guy, of course, right now there's 36 comments on this story. None of them probably are very good. I just want to say this, Loki. We saw this coming. This is the effect of every M&A, especially in the entertainment industries, that these have been happening, and we watch massive layoffs after the completion of these merger and acquisitions deals. So, where do you think the bloodletting stops over there? I mean, or does it? I mean, what do you think?
I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to as long as this exists. There is a statement from one of the employees that lost their jobs. If you want to look it up, you can go out and look it up, where they talk about the environment, where they talk about what it was like working for them. The fact that they would rather go back and work at a fast food, they'd rather go back and work at McDonald's than work in that environment, having to tiptoe around the tulips, the deadlines that they have, the things, the corporate BS that they had to deal with, the corporate nonsense, the everything we're hearing about from SBI and all these other corporations, how they had to navigate this world and how they never want to go back to those positions again. Maybe this will be a good thing for them. I don't think Phil sees it that way. I think he's like, so long, it's been nice, but see ya. And they're like, no, it hasn't been nice. These experiences haven't been nice. And we're not talking about the way they were treated by gamers. We're talking about by the way they were treated by their own. So hopefully these people can find something that is a lot more fulfilling, that they enjoy more than this, that they can be happy with, because it sure sounds like from everything we're hearing that they were not too happy to be working there, and that they are going to be happier elsewhere. And Godspeed. I hope you guys find what you were looking for. And thanks for all the fish.
There you go. So long, and thanks for all the fish. What a great Douglas Adams reference. But look, I think this, and it's something that I think we will be seeing for a long time. I predicted way back when that we were going to lose 9 game studios this year. And as we both noted when we were just a month ago, when we started up this channel or so, just a little over a month ago, or was it 2 months ago? Somewhere like that. Anyway, I had to acknowledge that I was woefully wrong. There were going to be more than 9 studios that went away this year. I think I could be very much more wrong than I thought ever before. I think we're going to start seeing wholesale change, studios closing left and right. Not just this year, but into next year as well. I think 2025 will be equally as brutal as we watch the layoff numbers climb. Another 650 here, another 1,900 there. I mean, look at what Embracer has had to do. I mean, you've got all of these different studios closing left and right. This isn't over anytime soon. And maybe the consolidation here, the creation of these giant cartels of studios, was a bad plan, and the federal government needs to get involved. All right, Loki, any final words, or are we going to ask the audience what they think?
Really quick, one thing I'd like to add. I was wrong too. I thought that the indie scene would be what is saving gaming. And from what we both know, from what we've been seeing over the past 6 months, is the indie scene is dying. They are not getting funding. The little mom and pop ones that are working by themselves, 1 or 2 guys, they're going to be okay. Anything more than that is dying because they just can't get the funding. I think we're going to see a huge shift, like you said, this year and throughout the end of this year and into next year. And it's going to be a bloodbath, and they have no one to blame but themselves. You were absolutely right when you said the consolidation of these giant megacorps to control all of these studios was a horrible idea.
Yeah, and I think well, the studios, the employees, everybody's paying for it. Not Microsoft though. They should. Anyway, hopefully they get their comeuppance. But let's ask you, folks out there, What do you think? Do you think that Microsoft needs to be held more accountable for stuff like this? Do you think that we're going to see more layoffs in the near future? I suspect so. Do you think we're going to watch more studios close, as I predict? Just let me know your thoughts on all of this and whether or not they should just basically put a moratorium on studio acquisitions by major corps at this point. I think they're going to have to, or we're going to have very few left. Let us know those thoughts down in the comment section below. Hit the like button while you're down there. Double check that the bell icon is also rung. And as we always say, get your game on.